Welcome to Rapid Ramble number 10 with Roth and Romelio with Jimmy.
Hi.
He's Roth.
He's Romelio.
I'm Jimmy.
Indeed he is. And today we will be discussing Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Recently released animated movie direct to DVD from DC Studios. I think we all do a 5-word review first, and then we'll get into our deeper thoughts. So, mine is, it was fucking fantastic.
That's 4 words.
I know.
Absolutely magical.
That's 2 words.
I don't care. I didn't count.
Mikey!
I thought he was speechless. How amazing that movie was.
So I saw it.
I wanted to go lower than you, so I was like, I want to. Mikey was my favorite part, so. Mikey is awesome.
Yes, Mikey is awesome. My favorite character is Robin, actually. I love Robin in it. Especially when he first shows up. That whole sequence, I was laughing so hard.
Put
down the cow!
I like when Mikey went into his shell and was just sitting on it.
Yes. So, for those of you who don't know, Batman vs. Ninja Turtles,
You know Batman.
you know Batman.
You know Ninja Turtles.
You better know the Ninja Turtles.
We're not explaining them.
You don't have a Batman?
There's totally a Batman. There's 2 Batmans.
Oh.
There's one there and one there.
Oh, he's wearing blue in it, so.
Yeah. He doesn't have the yellow on the thing, but...
Oh, look. That'll do, Mikey. That'll do. There we go. So, basically, the short version of the story is the Turtles show up in Gotham because Shredder and the Foot show up in Gotham, and a comic book story ensues.
Why did Shredder show up in Gotham?
Well, that's part of the story, so I didn't want to reveal.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
We can't do spoilers.
Yeah, we don't really want to go into depth into the story.
Right.
It's Ninja Turtles and Batman. And if you know any time you have hero versus hero, they will end up working together in the end.
Right.
Even if it's over Martha.
Oh, Mark.
How do you know that name?
Martha!
So for me, my favorite part, and I'm pretty sure it might be their favorite parts too, is the first fight.
Yes.
We can go ahead and say who that is.
Yes! The first big fight is easily the best fight. There's other good sequences, but the actual just legit, well choreographed fight, Batman versus Shredder.
Hands down. I watched it. That's what actually got me to watch the movie. I was scrolling through Facebook, and somebody had just Batman vs. Shredder. I'm like, Batman vs. Shredder, and I watched it, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta go watch this movie. And I literally put my phone down, went downstairs to my man cave, and watched the movie. And I watched that fight 3 times.
I've watched it half a dozen times at this point.
Oh my gosh.
So, Malcolm back people up. I'm often gotten to the point where I'm just such a nerd that the more lighthearted comic book stuff I often don't care for or kind of avoid. And so when Batman vs. Superman came out, and I heard it was good, really good, I saw there were the comics coming out first, and I was like, whatever. They're trying to make money, it's whatever.
Right.
And the movie came out, and I was like, it wasn't even because they'd seen it and they were like, "Oh, it was awesome." And I was like,
It's not that.
"That's what he did to Batman."
No, he did not. Shredder did not hurt Batman.
But it was basically, and we'll be doing a review of it a little later when we start actually rolling out our figure reviews. But the San Diego Comic-Con happened, and there were some exclusives that comic stores could get, so they're not really exclusive. But they were getting a figure from that series of Michelangelo dressed in a bat cowl.
Oh, God, it's so great.
And I saw that, and I was like, that looks awesome. If we forget, Mikey's my favorite turtle.
He's the best.
And so I saw that figure, saw what it looked like, and I was like, I want that. And so I got the figure, and that was where I was finally like, all right, I'll give it. And I went and picked it up. It's amazing.
It really is.
Mikey, like the whole thing, it's way funnier than I expected it to be.
is.
Even with like, turtles have lighthearted moments, and Mikey's been lighthearted, but they also are semi-serious. And then Batman has just been so much for a long time being so serious that taking it more lighthearted in his world hasn't really happened in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Can I throw a spoiler alert out there? Please, just one tiny little tidbit about the movie.
Yeah.
Batman smiles.
Batman's not.
He does.
I'll throw out another one. Batman says cowabunga.
Oh, he does. I
Oh,
forgot.
yes. That. Oh, I
The way he
forgot
said
about
it,
that.
I
Yes.
did too. The way he said it.
Oh, my God. It was just like, I literally, like, when I watched the movie, Angie and them are upstairs, and I'm like, Batman said cowabunga! Batman said cowabunga! Angie's like, she's like, what are you saying? I'm like, you don't understand because you didn't watch it. Batman said cowabunga. She's like,
And then what happens right after he says it was amazing.
So, I don't want to spend too long on this because we're the type that we keep talking about more spoilers going to come out.
Yes.
So, I'm going to transition quickly, and this is really on the fly, from our fantastic review of Batman vs. Turtles to another one that came out a couple days ago, Batman Hush.
Haven't seen
Haven't seen it yet.
Haven't seen it
It's
either.
on the to-do list.
Do you know who Hush is?
I do not.
So we will have our first Nerdicate? Yeah, Nerdicate Jimmy.
Nerdicate me away.
So,
Are you wanting spoilers?
no, it's not spoilers, just tell them.
Tell me who Hush is.
Yeah,
That's a spoiler.
Well, no, not tell him who it is, but just give him a rundown of the storyline
Oh.
so he knows what to expect. Because he's going in here blind, and Batman Hush is probably the biggest Batman story of the last 20 years. I mean, it really transformed things. Hush is the greatest villain to come out of Batman in the last 20 years. New villain. I'm not talking about his old ones. You think of it. Court of Owls, okay. Talon,
Court of Owls, they were weak.
But Hush, I mean, with everything that happened in that storyline,
The storyline was actually all right. That was one of the. I think that was actually the first Batman storyline when I just recently stopped, but I had been collecting Batman, and it was since Hush, but it wasn't for the story, and the story was not bad. Wasn't anything. It was very similar because I read what the writer, his big arc he had done was a miniseries before for Batman.
don't
That was
spoil
called.
it. You'll spoil a lot. If
I'm
you read.
learning. I'm not.
That's what we're here for.
That was called The Long Halloween. That was sort of Batman doing an investigation while going through his rogues gallery.
Right.
It's basically what Hush is, with different like main villains and different art style. Like The Long Halloween was a much more stylized art style and not mainstream.
The main
So
thing to come out of Batman Hush.
Batman Hush was Jim Lee art doing Batman for the first time ever, and that was amazing. I've had that poster hanging up for 15 years now.
And the best thing we got out of it was a modern telling of Batman vs. Superman in the comics.
Yes,
That
that was pretty good.
yes. So what Batman Hush is there's a new villain in town. But his name's Hush, and that's why his name's Hush. Nobody knows about him. And he's manipulating the other villains and basically leading Batman on this long
to get it.
Yeah.
You don't even have to get it. I get it.
And it's basically Batman trying to figure out who he is and what his...
It was where Riddler found out Batman's secret identity, too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I loved it. Like, Batman Hush to me is...
Oh, it's on the to-do list. It's coming.
Oh, and so that's what I wanted to say is homework. First R&R homework. Next week we review Batman Hush.
I'll be there.
Rothy Poo?
Joining the fun. Watch Batman Hush. We can watch it together.
That's weird.
It's not weird.
It's a date.
It's a date.
That's weird.
You're not weird.
It's not weird. If you like men, that's fine. I accept you for who you are.
It's raining.
But yeah, so...
Hang on. Wasn't in the original animated series, wasn't Hush in it?
No.
Who was the... He looks like he's a bandage rep character. Wasn't there a bandage rep character?
Yeah, Clayface.
No, not for... That was only for a small period of time. I remember that part, but I swear there was an actual character that was always covered with bandage.
Batman the Animated Series?
Yeah,
in
the
90s?
Yeah. What? Am I wrong? I probably am, but I swear I've seen this character before.
Well, he's been around for like
15 years now?
15, 20 years now. Not 20, but 15 to 18 years now.
I'm nerd-educated. I'm learning.
But yeah, it's, I mean, if you ever like get to see the graphic novel,
I have the individual issues all downstairs.
He does. And I knew he does.
And
There's so many of them.
no, there's only 12.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's Batman Hush's main story, ain't it?
Oh, yeah.
Because they had a lot of, what do they call them, tie-in issues?
Not to that. That was all in the core. I think that was only, Hush only really took place in his book. The initial arc? No. The only thing that wasn't, which I also have, and it's one of the only copy of those that I keep in with the comics, was that in between, like, I think it was maybe in the Superman battle, I don't know, but there was one it was in between one battle and the other, in 2 issues, where they had like a 6 to 8 page little story that was only in a copy of Wizards.
Really?
And so I have that copy of Wizards in where it's supposed to be in with the comics.
Interesting.
And it was Jeff Loeb was the writer. Jim Lee was the art. That was the main reason I got it.
Absolutely. Jim Lee's art in that.
That was...
You're going to have to put that Batman Superman, the Jurassic poster. Oh my God, it's so beautiful.
But I'm pretty sure Hush was when he first went to DC. Like, I think that was his first DC work, was Hush. And then after that, he did a year-long run on Superman that is very pretty. And as much as I was saying I thought the Hush arc was alright, the Superman arc is a lot worse. Like, the story was not great on the Superman arc, but the artwork is so pretty. And then they did that All-Star Superman with Frank Miller, and it was really bad, because he's the goddamn Batman. But the artwork's really pretty. Did you ever hear the way they beat Green Lantern in that world?
I'm about to.
Oh my gosh, it is brilliant.
Stupid, but...
It's stupid, but it's brilliant.
They basically lure him into a room, they would lure him into a room where they are, and everything in it's painted yellow.
Oh,
No, well, didn't a bomb go off that painted everything yellow?
Maybe.
And it's not that
No, I don't remember. It was in a room where everything was yellow.
where Green Lantern can't affect anything yellow. But
No, I
the
know
best
that.
part is, do you know how they beat him?
No.
Robin
Yep.
beat the brakes off of him.
Yeah, Robin almost killed him.
Which
Yeah.
Robin?
Dick Grayson.
Dick
Because
Grayson.
they made him... Again, this was
Alternate
extreme Frank Miller, alternate. Miller's very violent.
I'm not gonna lie, out of all the weaknesses these superheroes have, the color yellow, it's kind of...
I liked how they explained it and got rid of it in the where the Parallax, the entity, had infected the Lantern main power core or whatever, and they finally got him out of it, so it got rid of the weakness.
I know they need to make a new Green Lantern movie because the one with Ryan Reynolds sucked. Ryan Reynolds done better as Deadpool. See?
I also know
We will be discussing what this evening?
we're going to have a guest
Ah, yes.
if he wakes up. Friend of mine from college stopped by in town. He does a nerd podcast. He runs games. He's a big nerd, but he's on his way up to Gen Con.
Gen Con!
So we're going to talk a few topics with him. And
It'll be a ramble. And randomness.
and then apparently I have to watch Batman Hush in the next week.
Yes.
It'll be worth it.
Also remember, pick up Batman vs. Ninja Turtles. We all recommend it. It's a lot of fun. I'm probably going to go home and kidnap my kids and make them watch it with me again.
I made Buddha watch it, and he's got my copy.
Yeah. So, as
I
always,
watched it last night, and then I watched it again today. Had it on when I got home, and I plan on doing that some more. It was a lot of fun.
it's a lot of fun.
If you don't watch it, Batman will show up at your house and kick your ass.
It'll be Jimmy dressed as Batman.
I will do that.
How Donnie just happens to find out where the Batcave is. He does his doo-doo-doo-doo, and Batman shows up. He's like, he's so mad.
He's so mad, but and the only the turtles could get in.
Yeah.
Like the way that he finds where it is. I'm sure everybody's done them. Like, there's no way for us to get in. Turtles can. It's so brilliant. They swim right up. Like, oh, look at this.
There's Batcave here.
This has been our rapid ramble for this week. He's Roth,
He's Romelio.
I'm Jimmy.
and we will see you all next week. Bye.
I was
Kevin
reading-
Feige confirmed, well, not confirmed, but said 101 he believes Scarlet Witch could have beaten Thanos.
I think so.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
think
I
a
saw
bunch
him
of
say that.
characters could have one-on-one with Thanos.
Not a bunch.
When I say a bunch, I
I think
generally
two.
mean more, 2, 3, 4.
I can think two off the top of my head who 101 could have beat him. And that's Captain Marvel and Scarlet Witch.
Captain Marvel easily. I just kind of like, okay, she was whooping his ass, and then he was like, I'm gonna hit you with the Power Stone, and then that was it for her. I was like, that's it? Come on, get back into the fight.
Put it in perspective, the Power Stone was
I
like being
remember.
hit with a truck.
Well, you get hit with a truck, you stand up, brush the dirt off, and get back in that
Oh,
fight.
you know, you go, oh my god, I just got hit by a truck.
And then you brush the dirt off, and you get back in the
But
fight.
think about what happened immediately after that. He went to snap, and Iron Man stopped him. Like, she
Yes.
didn't have time.
Right.
But agreed, like, I'm thinking she dog walked from Scarlet Witch. I mean, she was.
And I'm not gonna lie, Peter Parker, when he was like, I don't know how you're gonna get all through that, and I'm thinking to myself, did you see how she got to Earth?
Right? And then when everybody else, oh my god, that's still my favorite moment in that movie, was with the A-Force. Oh god. You see that car?
No.
I wasn't looking at Jason, I was looking at the car.
Oh, what was happening?
It just stopped, and then it went on. So, I thought it was time to pull out the gas. Pop, pop, pop. Oh, sorry, Jimmy. You can't touch it.
I can touch it.
No, you can't.
Why not?
I don't know.
What are we not?
Jason,
My bad.
Yeah,
you're snoring.
I don't have to go on.
no, I'm not.
We're talking about physical guns or
I'll
penises?
Guns.
Oh my god.
Are we talking guns or penises? Either way, I want to touch it. Are you ready?
That's fun. All right.
You ready, Imbo?
Oh, I'm ready when you are, buddy.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
See, I put your phone
No, it's my computer.
down. Or put your computer down.
I got my own computer.
Alright, that's cool.
He wanted to have a computer.
I have a computer.
Yeah, so Jimmy has
Bro-
this.
Is that Brooklyn?
It's Brooklyn.
It's Brooklyn.
Okay.
It's my pet.
No, that's Bronx.
Yeah, because Brooklyn's the older guy.
No, Brooklyn's the one with the red one.
Well, for
Which one's
today,
the older guy?
Hudson.
Hudson.
for today,
Unless
his name
Dylan's
is
not
Mark.
there.
Is Mark?
Mark.
Come on, you can do better than that.
No, I like Mark.
He does not
He
look like
look-
a Mark.
He looks like a Bronx.
Yeah, he does look
He
like
really
a
looks like
He
a
is not
Bronx.
from New York.
Yes,
Yes, they are. That's where it takes place.
This dog
Oh yeah, he's not from.
is
New
not
York.
from
He's
New York.
Ireland. Or
Yeah.
Scotland.
Yeah,
Scotland.
Yeah, I know they fight in New York, but they're not from.
But they're all named after new places in New York.
yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because they couldn't remember their names. Or they were.
They didn't have names.
Yeah, they
Well,
did.
we're going to name him New York, New York.
His only one had name was Goliath, which is why he doesn't. I don't know. Anyway,